Three, two, one, go.
Hi, I'm Mijke from Austria, Europe, and I'm on my mission to smash stereotypes.
And I'm Banks Helfrich from Florida, United States, and I'm here to attempt to answer your questions. Woo, 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 the music plays through. Hey, Mijke, welcome back.
Hello,
I like,
Banks.
I like your sweater. It's got like a bat. It's got a bat, upside down bat. Yeah, yeah. Hey, so we got a question, didn't we? We got a question?
Yeah,
All right.
you got one.
And here's the question. And the question was from Anna. And Anna, she wrote it in German. And then I had to translate it. And basically the question is to the man, and I think she was referring to me, the question's to me. Do you kiss and tell? All right. And let me explain what kiss and tell is real quickly. Kiss and tell is it's when someone, like, let's say myself, I date a woman, and after I break up with her, or even while I'm dating her, I tell other people about her. So that's one of the iterations. Another iteration is that I date a woman and I tell everybody everything that's going on. So I share it. So it's kind of a derogatory. It's not a positive thing as far as in relationships. Now there is something juicy about kissing and telling, and the juicy part is that. That you learn stuff from other people. Now I'm just saying juicy as in you learn about other partners. You learn how boy, how do I say this without getting getting in trouble? Juicy tidbits can come out in kiss and tell, and I'm gonna start, and then I'm gonna leave it to you. With me, do I kiss and tell? Let me answer the question. Do I kiss and tell? I do. I do and I don't. Let me explain. I do in the sense of if I'm talking to someone. If I dated a person and I'm not dating that person anymore, and I'm dating someone else, and I'm talking to that person, I will not use the first person's name. Do you understand what I mean? If I'm talking, it's like, hey, this is what's happening, and this happened with a girl. How do I deal with it? Or like with you, one time I asked you some advice on what to do. Kiss and tell, though, is more like, tell me the person's name. What did they do? How were they? Were they good at what they did? Were they not good at what they did? Were they a good partner? Were they not a good partner? So in a sense, I do. However, I do not put people's names in them. And that is my view on kiss and tell.
So it's in English. It's a real phrase. So it's like words you're used to know for this kind of behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. It is. It can be considered kind of salacious or not good. It's not a good thing to kiss and tell. If you and I had a relationship, you wouldn't want me talking about a relationship to other people, would you? You wouldn't. And I wouldn't want you to be talking to other people about my relationship. I personally believe that my relationship, let's say with whoever, is two people's business, my business and their business. If you and I were together, it'd be your business and my business and no one else. Not my brothers, not my sisters, not my friends, not my best friend that I go and have wine with. It would be just yours and my business. Now, if it became a point where we were married and we were part of a family, okay, like you get the chance to meet my brothers and sisters and my family, and I mean, you become a part of a family as I would become a part of your family, so to say, speak.
Yeah. I think for me, it's my personal opinion. It's also in a family. Could cause problems, and my integrity does not allow it. And yeah, the reason for it is very very simple, because everyone has a different way of receiving information, and also a different truth in life. So uh, there is a nice example. If you ask 10 different people about an accident on the road, what happened, you will get 10 different stories. So, and sometimes these, you can ask police officers, they can tell you for hours that it's from the first person they interviewed to the last person, the story was so different that they thought it was even the same accident. Yeah. And that's the reason for it, because everyone has a different reality, because every human uh, yeah, absorbs the information, filters it different, because everyone has a different view. His brain filters different things, and all the other things are not remembered. So when somebody tells a story or talks about somebody else, um, normally it is not very close to the truth or to the reality, or especially when it's negative. So when somebody complains about a third person, um, maybe there's all the frustration and this negative energy into the comes into the story, and the, the person who hears it, or who got the story told, yeah, gives his own negativity on the top, and then you have and this poor yeah, person who is the story about, yeah, can't bring in any argument or any proof that it is not like that, because um, this person is not present in the thought. So that's my main reason why
Well,
I don't
Micah,
like that.
Micah, you brought up a very powerful word, and that is integrity, having the integrity. Um, and that I look at integrity as you are your word, okay? And also, I'm not a big proponent. I'm not a big fan of gossip. I'm not a big fan of getting into other people's business, being nosy. I do have a big nose. However, I don't like I don't like to be nosy. Um, the, the thing is, to when you say kiss and tell, it's somebody is nosy. Someone wants to, like, what's going on, like, and it's none, I think it's none of their business. It's the business of the, like I said, the two people. Integrity has so much to do with it, because it is what you say and you do equal each other. You say and you do are the same thing, and that is integrity. Um, and that builds character. I mean, when you meet someone with character, I think you have character. I think you have great character. Um, you learn so much about them, from them, and I admire people who have that kind of integrity. I have, short story. I have an Airbnb now. She is from Virginia. She is brilliant. She's smart. She's so smart. And I just listen to her talk. Um, And I feel she has incredible character and integrity because of the way she handles herself and the way she is her words and her actions at the same time. So yeah, when you touched upon integrity, that is so important, and it's so important in relationships.
Yes, I think it's one of the most important pillars in a relationship, that the, the the value of integrity is at least a part of the communication. So I think, or I always check it out with several trials, if a person lives his or her integrity, or just says, "Oh, I have a white vest and I'm without any flaw," and I always test that. I'm a little bit tricky, and I don't know. Also, step aside when I hear people gossiping. Maybe you can't. There are some situations where you can't flee, so you won't hear it, but you hear it, yeah. And whatever they say, or whatever I get to know without wanting, I even though it's hard to forget it immediately, I try to um, yeah to delete it, because I don't want to be part of that information. And yeah, we have some funny habit, or funny thing here. If people talk, if a couple starts to quarrel, and the third person is in the room who does not want to be part of that energy, they start to sing like "Ooh, no, no, no," and make so much noise that they don't hear the other persons anymore. So children do that very often naturally. When parents quarrel, they start to sing, or do something else, that they don't have to absorb this negativity or these things they don't want to be with them. Um, yeah, when you're in the supermarket, I mean, nowadays we have already these earplug things,
Yeah.
but yeah, this is awesome protection.
Right, right, right. In America, we have what's called TMI. Are you familiar with TMI?
So,
Too much information.
ah,
Too much information. So somebody will be talking, and they will self monitor themselves, and they will say this might be TMI, too much information, and that they'll continue on. Or the other person that's listening to them talk, instead of singing, will say, "Hey, TMI, too much information." That's what we have here. Now we talked about integrity, and I just wrote something down. When you're with a partner, when you're with dating someone, what if there's a moral compass? We all have moral compasses. Do you know what I'm talking about? So morally, we think this is the way. Cheat, steal, lie. Keep that out of the. There's a moral compass that we all have, and in relationships, if your moral compass is going off with someone you're with, if it's just like continually going off, I mean that is a sign. It's where we in America, it's called a red flag. It's like, oh my gosh, I heard the red flag, I got to get out. What about in Austria? Do you have that same moral compass where do I really want to hang out with this person? Is this person going to uplift me? Is this person going to make me a better person, or is this person just going to drag me down or take me, have me question my own moral compass?
yeah, I think it's pretty much the same. The only thing we are missing is the TMI, but I will install it here. This is a super cool shortcut. I love that. Because it's a clear and simple information that you don't want to listen anymore, and that it is not your business. And
Right.
but the moral compass, oh, I think we have it. It depends on the society. So all the different layers in our society have different morals. So but I think there is a lot more variety in America, because you have a lot more cultural mix, and a lot more religions. So we here and there are only known 3 or 4. So
Right.
much.
Right.
Therefore, the morals are very strict, really strict, and that annoys me a lot. And so I'm a fan of non-judging with moral standards, but having integrity. So that's the substitute. Building up your own measurement for clear, clean integrity and communicate it. I'm more about forgetting especially the old morals, because they don't serve you a lot. They serve you to go ahead in society, especially when you're in a special layer of society, and you use their morals. Yeah, you're it's easier for you to be part of them. And
Right.
that's the reason for me why I'm a lonely wolf, because I know all these moral things, but my integrity sometimes does not allow me to play the game.
Right. Right. Anna, thank you so much for the for the question. And I think Anna, believe it or not, is our first unknown person that is subscribing. Anna, thank you so much. Thanks for the questions. Continue sending the questions, Anna. And we're out of time, Micah. So it's going to have to wait until next week. Next week, I have a question. I have a question for you next week. Oh yeah. Subscribe. Or
Tell
oh,
your
oh, is it?
friends. Tell your friends.
Yes, everybody. And thank you so much, Michael. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.